My obscenely wealthy, arrogant future brother-in-law slammed a heavy designer espresso mug onto his pristine quartz kitchen island and coldly sneered, "You are nothing more than a dirt-stained minimum-wage kitchen fitter. Finish installing this smart refrigerator and get out of my sight before the bridal shower starts, or I will ensure your sister is permanently barred from ever stepping foot inside our new home." He delivered this deeply calculated, venomous ultimatum with a predatory smirk, perfectly playing the part of the untouchable corporate elite. Standing right beside him in a flawless, custom-tailored designer tuxedo, I wore my standard, faded canvas apron and scuffed steel-toe boots. A stark, visual contrast, symbolizing the massive, unbridgeable power gap between the man who owned the mansion and the handyman hired to build his kitchen. That moment set the tone for an agonizing, deeply humiliating campaign of psychological marginalization. Throughout the entire kitchen renovation, my future brother-in-law and his elite circle treated me like an invisible nuisance. Whenever he hurled a fresh insult or threatened to withhold my payment for minor wiring delays, his inner class of wealthy wedding guests never looked up from their smartphones, smirking into their champagne glasses while participating entirely in my public degradation. I was the designated pariah, forced to work in suffocating silence while they laughed just out of earshot. But the true cruelty wasn't just his verbal abuse, it was his active, sickening deception. While my sister was upstairs stressfully organizing her wedding floral arrangements, her fiancé was busy carrying on a brazen, depraved affair with her chosen maid of honor. Whenever I paused my tools to process the disgusting reality unfolding in the adjacent hallway, my future brother-in-law would aggressively march into the kitchen, toss a mocking gag gift box filled with wedding planning trash onto my workbench, and demand I double my pace. He was actively trying to force me to stay blind to his betrayal, using his tyrannical authority to ensure I remained isolated, ignorant, and completely compliant with his corrupt wedding timeline. I did not argue with his insults, nor did I react to his humiliating threats. I simply swallowed my rage, gave him a cold, obedient nod, and buried myself deeper into the grueling, brutal technical labor of wiring the home's high-tech automation network. What my future brother-in-law completely failed to realize, what none of the wedding elites understood, because they were entirely too blinded by their own unearned arrogance, was that I had not been a standard residential handyman for over a decade. Over the past 10 years of working brutal, bone-crushing shifts across the city, I had quietly built a hidden second life. I spent my nights studying cybersecurity, network architecture, and digital surveillance law, quietly earning formal certifications that gave me the legal authority to audit and secure smart home infrastructures. While he was busy playing the part of an untouchable corporate king, I was secretly studying the estate's integrated smart fridge and security mainframe from the inside out, collecting encrypted digital data and building an airtight dossier on his systemic fraud and betrayal. I was playing the part of the obedient silent worker, while secretly positioning myself with the exact digital power needed to completely shatter his pristine world. The trap snapped violently shut the exact moment the bridal shower kicked off in full swing and the sprawling kitchen filled with dozens of high society guests. I was finishing up the final system diagnostic on the massive state-of-the-art smart fridge display screen embedded in the wall. With a few swift, deliberate keystrokes routed through my encrypted mobile tablet, I deliberately linked the refrigerator's primary display interface to the hidden security server feed from the master hallway camera. The horrifying, deeply public reality instantly flashed across the giant, illuminated screen for the entire room to see. Crystal clear, high-definition footage of my future brother-in-law aggressively embracing and betraying my sister, with the maid of honor blasted across the kitchen in looping, inescapable high definition. The room instantly plunged into a dead, suffocating silence. When my sister and the wedding guests stared up at the giant screen, my future brother-in-law's face completely drained of all color, going stark white as a sheet, and his voice cracked in absolute breathless panic as he lunged forward to smash the display. It was far too late. The digital trap had fully executed, instantly destroying his immaculate reputation and unraveling his entire multi-million-dollar wedding facade in a single unedited second. I didn't yell, I didn't gloat, and I didn't answer his frantic, pathetic screams of rage as the wedding party erupted into absolute chaos. I calmly unplugged my diagnostic tablet, walked out the front doors into the quiet afternoon sun, and returned the next morning to my quiet life of wearing my apron and opening my workshop. Watching a monster lose his empire over a smart fridge screen was the ultimate vindication. But I have to ask you, was I wrong for accidentally leaving that security footage playing on the main display for the entire bridal shower to see? Or should I have kept my mouth shut and let my sister walk down the aisle into a nightmare? Drop your verdict in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.